Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been a while since I've done a video. Today's video is going to be about 5 daily things that you should be doing in giving your guinea pig every single day without fail. And number 1 is vitamin C, fresh water, unlimited hay, fresh vegetables and high quality pellet. So number 1, vitamin C. As a guinea pig owner you should know it. Most people who are contemplating getting guinea pigs would have researched this, that guinea pigs cannot produce their own vitamin C and so have to supplement it elsewhere. Most guinea pig owners give their guinea pigs this via their vegetables that they get daily, but I know that some guinea pig owners, not myself, I prefer vegetables, but most guinea pig owners supplement by giving vitamin C tablets or vitamin C liquid drops. Like I said, I personally don't do that. I give my pigs vegetables twice daily, morning and night. Generally, pigs should be getting between 10 and 30 micrograms of vitamin C daily. If they're not getting sufficient vitamin C, then this can lead to scurvy, and too much can lead to other health problems. I don't agree with doing vitamin C in their water. The only reason for this is, after looking into different and speaking with other cavity owners, from what I understand, it can change the flavour of the water, which then can deter your pig from drinking, which is a really bad thing. They must always have water that they will drink. Also, the absorbic acid inside the vitamin C, once it touches the water, it actually does start to degrade. So the purity of the vitamin C starts to not be as good quality as you would find in vegetables to start with. Also, if, like myself, you've got more than a few guinea pigs, you've got like a herd, and especially like you get outside of and you've got multiple bottles, and you know you're not going to be with them 24/7, and so you can't gauge how much your guinea pig will drink. It may be that one guinea pig is drinking 10 times more than one of the others. One may not be drinking at all and getting their water intake from vegetables that they get. So like I said, one might be getting too much, one might not be getting enough, and you just can't judge it. Whereas if you are giving it via the vegetables, you can research how much is in each individual ingredient. Lettuce, carrot, tomato, cucumber, whatever it is, you can find out, and therefore you can judge how much vitamin C you're actually giving your pig. Number 2 is, again on the same kind of topic, fresh water. This should be fresh water, cold, fresh, daily, without fail. I've seen some YouTube videos and some horrible like RSPCA stories about when they go rescue, or some like YouTube videos, like I said, that they show tutorials on how to wash the bottles, and they're green with algae. How can you let your pig's bottle get like that? It takes literally seconds just to give it a shake clean every single day. I have 5 bottles daily, and I shake clean mine every single morning, so therefore I don't get algae build up. I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't understand. I mean, you have people that buy those massive bottles and then they don't change the water for about a week because, oh well, there's water in, so they've got enough. No, they need clean fresh. You wouldn't, if you had 2 glasses of water in front of you and this one was fresh, cold, perfectly, fresh, ooh, you just want to, drink it. And then on this hand you've got a week's water. You would basically, you'd go for the cold. You would. don't be stupid. Do you really think your guinea pig wants to have stale water? No. So, fresh, cold, daily. It's not difficult. Now I know there's controversy over what is the best way to give your guinea pig water, and I'm so sorry about that, guys. My phone keeps going off. It is a pain. Yeah, so what is the best way of giving your pig water? Some state bowl, some state drip bottle. As you can see, I do the drip bottle for all my pigs, but for my hamster, Sage, I do a bowl, ceramic bowl. And I understand the concept of both. I understand that the benefits of bottles is that they're not going to be contaminated because they can't poop, they can't stand in it, it's hung up, it's not going to get contaminated with poop. But then again, I understand where some people are coming from when they say, well, a bowl is more natural. You know, in the wild, they're not going to prop up against a tree and find a water bottle hanging from it. No, they're going to have a little puddle, or they're going to get it from the forage that they eat. So yeah, I do understand where people come from. I mean, with hamsters, it's a case of their spine naturally bends that particular way, so it is healthier for their spine to actually drink from a bowl than a bottle. But like I said, I understand that there are controversy over each way, but each to their own. If you find that your pig prefers a bowl, then your pig prefers a bowl. As long as it's fresh, clean, and they're healthy, it's your and your guinea pig's choice to have a bowl. If you've got a drip bottle like myself, that is your choice. There is no right and wrongs when it comes to as long as they're healthy and they're happy, there is no right and wrong. That's the way I see things. Okay, number 3, grass hay. This might be maybe the most important. They should have unlimited, I mean literally unlimited grass hay, without a shadow of a doubt. And this should be some form of like Timothy hay or orchard hay. Like I said before, each pig is different. Some prefer Timothy, some prefer don't. I mean, my pigs generally have Timothy hay, but I will get different flavours such as birch bark hay, marigold, dandelion, meadowgrass. I will get chamomile, and some of my pigs prefer some of them and the others don't. So it's like a mix and match. But no matter what and how many pigs you've got, this should be available all the time. Okay. The reason for that is, as a cabbie owner, you will know, and especially if you've done research, that the pig's teeth are constantly growing. Their fronts are constantly growing. Their molars at the back, and the way they gnaw at the hay actually grinds the teeth down naturally. Another reason for make sure they've got unlimited hay, and this is quite a personal one to me because we actually lost a pig recently due to this, not because of hay but because he became ill and stopped eating, is that hay will actually help with gut stasis. Gut stasis is when the gut stops turning. A pig's stomach is constantly churning, and it's like a continuous cycle. Eat, grind, process, poop. No, eat, grind, process, poop. It's continuous. And if they stop eating or they get ill, or this will put them into gut stasis. There are medications that can help, but sometimes they don't. And we recently lost one of my first pig, actually, Piggle, to gut stasis. We had to have him put to sleep because nothing would set it back off. But yeah, the hay does help with that and keeps the stomach continuously processing. How people do it, usually people give their pigs it via a rack. There are loads of different racks available. There are wire racks that just hang on the side of the cages. There are mangers which are freestanding. All my boys and girls, apart from Percy, has got racks. I have a rack that is inside of a tub, so any excess can fall in and they can eat it. Percy, on the other hand, has got something that we actually made for Pepper, our other boar, where it's a cardboard tube, quite thick cardboard, and we basically drilled large holes all the way around, and we stuff it with hay. And so this allows him to actually go into the big section to burrow and do as he pleases, but he can also sit on the outside and pull the hay through the holes. So it's kind of like a play toy and a rack at the same time, and it does love it. Now, for young pigs and pregnant pigs and pigs that are nursing, and also adult pigs that are malnourished, you might need to supplement with alfalfa hay. Now, this doesn't mean that you should not give grass hay. Grass hay should be the main hay form that they have. Alfalfa is just a supplement to help because it is high in calcium. So obviously with young pigs it will help their bones to grow during the first 6 months of their life. Pregnant and nursing pigs, obviously high calcium for their milk production. But do be careful, because too much calcium, whether it's via the vegetables that they have, because there are some vegetables that are high in calcium, or the hay, or even the pellets, whatever they're having, make sure they're not getting too much calcium, because in older pigs this can lead to bladder stones, whether male or female. It's not gender bias, it can lead to bladder stones, which can be quite painful and can lead to having to have an operation, which for you as the owner can be quite costly. Luckily we don't have that problem. I will obviously be doing a video on different things like scurvy, bladder stones in the future, but for now, personally I'd say do your own research on the amounts of like vitamin C and calcium that items have that you give your pig. Number 4, veggies. A pig's world, veggies. You know, if there's one thing a pig lives for when it comes to eating, it is his vegetables. In the case of Pepper, our unneutered boar, he loves his spinach, he loves herbs, he goes crazy when we open the fridge door for spinach. So yeah, generally pigs should be having about a cup a day of vegetables. Mine generally get twice a day, just because there's some things that some of them can't eat, and then vice versa the others. And like I said, I give vegetables to purely like for the vitamin C. I don't supplement via tablets or liquid drops. A couple of tips: always rinse your vegetables before you give them to your pig. Reason for this is it will wash off any insects or toxins or pesticides that may still be retained. Treat it like you would yourself. You wouldn't like to be eating a salad and find a worm or a caterpillar, or suddenly have a taste of pesticide, or end up having a upset stomach because of it. Another good reason for washing them before as well is that if you have got a pig that's new and is scared of drinking, or because generally when you get a new pig they'll eat the vegetables, but they're really dubious about like water bottles or like pellets, but vegetables is like a way to a pig's heart. It's a good way to get the water into them, especially if you've got a malnourished pig as well, because usually the vegetables are the last thing that the pig goes off in my experience. So it's a good way to make sure they're continually getting water, because water is life. Something I found out recently, since we got the girls, we got 3 girls, 2 of them are in this cage. One of the girls has to live on her own after she was attacked by the other 2. And what we found is that these 2 are basically got very, very sensitive stomachs. and you need to introduce your vegetables very slowly because it can cause digestive issues such as diarrhea. They didn't have full-on diarrhea, it was very just soft stools, and then obviously they were treading in it and everything. So yeah, start off slow, introduce one at a time. I mean, we had to alternate between vegetables just to try and work out which vegetables were actually setting them off. Turned out it was crustaceous, which is really bad because when we got them, their previous owner told us that all they were having was broccoli, which is a crustaceous vegetable. So these girls must have been having diarrhea all the time. Also, they have diarrhea when it comes to just normal grass and dandelion leaves. Again, they were out 24/7 on the lawn when we got them from the previous owner. So, like I said, they must have been having diarrhea all their life. Green beans set them off, and herbs, any type of herb. So yeah, so their diet is very different to everybody else's. And also variety is important though. I mean, the foods we have: lettuce, cherry tomato, pepper, cucumber, carrots, herbs, with variety, and it helps maintain the health, but it also makes them happy. And you know, you'll find that also you can give seasonal vegetables. So like in the winter, when it's around Christmas, Brussels sprouts as the odd treat. You know, it's not something we get generally during the rest of the year, but at Christmas everybody gets Brussels sprouts. Another thing that any owner, no matter what pet you've got, whether it's a dog, a cat, a hamster, it doesn't matter, remove uneaten food. Don't leave it to go stale. It'll attract flies. They may end up eating it and then get ill. You don't want that. It's going to cost you a vet bill. So finally, number 5 is your pellets. Now, what you should be looking for in pellets is don't go for the muesli. You should be looking for a high quality dye-free pellets, and this should be provided for your guinea pig. Generally, I'd advise people to put them in the ceramic bowl, even though it is slightly funny when your pig stands on a plastic ball and it catapults all over them. Yeah, it's a mess. Get a ceramic bowl. The initial cost is a little bit more costly. I mean, you can pick up plastic bowls for like 50p, but then a ceramic bowl might be like £2. But yeah, that £2 is going to cost you time and effort having to pick up after your pig when they've splattered everything everywhere. Trust me. So yeah, and it's easier to clean. Ceramic's so much easier to clean. Make sure you do clean it out as well daily. Especially if, like my girls, you have soft poops, they're going to be standing in them and then they're going to be putting their paws on the bowls they eat. You've seen guinea pigs eat. They stand in the bowl. On average, generally, with a pig that's got the right amount of vegetables, unlimited hay, they generally have about 1/8 of a cup of pellets daily. But like I said, that's if they're getting the right amounts of vegetables and hay to supplement. Storing of the pellets, make sure you store the pellets in a dark, dry place. This is to keep the quality of the vitamin C that is within the pellet as pure as possible, as good grade as possible. I basically just bought I went to the pound shop, bought a big tub, I think it was like an 80-litre tub with a lid on. I put all my pellets in there, mixed it up, and now it's stored under one of the tables where it's dark and dry. And then I just get it out, lift the lid up, and grab what I need. So it's an easier way of doing it. I used to use the bags all the time and just go in the bag, and I found that I was knocking pellets everywhere. Just get a giant tub and bulk it up. I bought about 5 bags of my pellets and then put them all in one tub, and I haven't bought from any pellets now for a few months, so it does save money if you do buy in bulk in certain items, especially if you're storing them correctly. Make sure it's also a Timothy based pellet, not an alfalfa one, for normal boars between as long as they're over obviously 6 months of age. You can use, like the hay, you can use alfalfa pellets to supplement for pregnant pigs pigs that are under 6 months and still, you know, obviously building their bone structure. So yeah, there are a few things that you shouldn't be doing though daily. Like I said before, number one, don't give your pig muesli. Muesli is got things like nuts, seeds, dried fruit. It's got those dyed flakes in. It can lead to selective eating, and so they may be getting picking out the food that's got too much sugar in, which generally, if it's high in colour, it's high in sugar, generally. So they may be getting too much sugar, they might be getting too much calcium, they may be getting not enough vitamin C, or vice versa. Also, number two, don't feed your pigs dairy and meat. I know, again, some people controversial saying, well, in the wild, surely they'd eat some insects. And that might be, but after so many years of breeding, the ones that we have as pets, they're herbivores. They're not omnivores. They're herbivores. They need forage, not insects, not chicken, not yogurt. I know some people give yogurt as a probiotic. Don't. Get a proper probiotic from your vet or a brand that you trust from your local pet store. Don't give yogurt. It will upset your pig's stomach, and then you will have a vet bill. Number three, avoid seeds with husks, such as sunflower seeds. And the only reason for that is, yeah, they love them, but it can be a choking hazard. And I mean, I when I first got my guinea pigs, I would hear them cough, or kind of make a cough. It's kind of it sounds like a cough, and it's basically when they eat too fast. But sometimes the husks can get trapped, and it can lead to a choking hazard. Number four, do not feed rabbit pellets. And the reason for this is they don't contain vitamin C. Okay, simple as. So it's not beneficial to the vitamin C production. And also, there may be some antibiotic toxins in there that could actually be dangerous to your guinea pig, because there are things that rabbits can have that guinea pigs can't. Okay, number five, no multivitamins. There's no need. Okay, yeah, you can supplement vitamin C like we said before, but there's no need for multivitamin, because most of them they're excessive amounts of fat soluble vitamins like A and D, which can cause serious issues. So don't. It's not worth the risk. You know, you get a guinea pig, you love them, you don't want to risk it. Supplement with food, vegetables, fresh, unlimited hay, high quality pellets. That's the way to go. All I'm gonna say is, like, I was always scared of guinea pigs. Growing up, I used to get bit all the time by small animals. I always preferred larger animals. For some reason, their bites never bothered me. And the reason I got my first guinea pig Piggle 2 years ago was basically to try and overcome that fear. But before I did tons of research. Tons. Make sure you research, because before this I had no idea there was so much involved with cavies, and if I had just gone out and, you know, grabbed a guinea pig, yeah, I would have got some pellets, probably muesli, to be honest. I would have probably got some muesli, because muesli generally is cheaper. I would have just grabbed the cheapest hay. I would have got one of those pet shop cages, you know, the real small ones. I wouldn't have known which was the best. So research. If you want the best happiness and health for your pig, and also the best happiness and cost for you as the owner, overall, research. Because yeah, you know, it might end up being a little bit more expensive than some of the things you might have gone if you hadn't realised, but it's worth it in the end. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to be making more of these types of videos. It is one of my longest ones. If you have any questions, of course you can send me a comment on here and I will try and answer them as best I can. Like the video, and if you did like it, you can subscribe to my channel to hear more in the future. But once again guys, thank you for tuning in for the 5 daily must-haves for guinea pigs. I'll see you next time.